Well, we're gonna be telling a story of a boat that gets crashed, but it might not be the real story, but doesn't matter. It's just gonna be a random story like boats. But you do not know what this is. And I put it hot for some reason. I don't know why. Well, let's get started with this. I forgot the date, but the Titanic is about to leave the dock. And now it's leaving. It's now leaving. Don't mind my hand. Just leaving. Nothing happens to the boat. And in 1912, April 14th, the Titanic got a distress call of a warning of an iceberg of icebergs ahead, and it was nighttime, and it was midnight. So they were going to, I don't know, so it was their way, they were on their way to New York. And suddenly, there was a iceberg. So it was going, and then the people in the crow's nest told the captain that there is something darker than the night. So they couldn't see until 3 minutes, and it was midnight. So they were passing by, and then the crow's nest said, there's an iceberg. So then the Titanic started turning, and then it got cut entirely from the front right. Then it started to get out of the range of the iceberg. Don't ask why it's me, man. Don't ask. So it's going. Then that struck of that happened there. Well, it wasn't really a robot, it was still the iceberg, but they escaped. Then it was almost morning. The Titanic started to sink. It started to tilt a little. Then everything started to get lost. Then everything came out. and they tried to escape. It could not. And there was a few survivors. I don't remember how much survivors there was. So then, it was coming back up. There was nothing. Don't ask. Then it started to sink more and more and more until it couldn't go anymore. And everything started to float. I'm trying to make a survivor. Then one of them had a leak in their boat. Then they started to sink since they were really tall. They could swim back to shore. But before that all happened, so I made it. So before that all happened, this is what happened. You get back here. Get into your stand. So, before that all happened, so it was after they got struck. There was a lot of pieces of ice. There's a lot of pieces of ice on the front of the boat. And also on the inside. So what happened was, people on the inside had no clue, and some kids were just playing soccer with the ice. And then the boat started to sink. And I know we got to this part, but there were things like everything went on. So then they started getting distress rockets. Distress rockets started to fire them and then trying to get someone. I got signals. So they got lots of signals and many different ones were there. The Titanic sister got the distress signal and also got to this. Also, so they got there. So then they started to sink, and they started giving them they started going onto the lifeboats. Started to sink. So then it was just this. That was all that was there. Then the Titanic went back up. Went like this. Then it went back in half. then split in half, and that's what happened of the Titanic that we know. So that was the end of that. So I don't know what actually happened. I think that's what happened, but I think that isn't the truth. Oh, and I got all of this from a book. So thanks to the author. So this is the end. So I'll see you next time.